Welcome to day 3. In today's lesson, we'll be taking a look at our third step, eliminate. Let's go back to the camera example, grabbing focus with a camera or phone. When you tap a certain area to grab focus, you eliminate the focus on other areas of the frame. If you don't tap this area, the lens will focus on everything, which is why it gets blurry. You can only give 100% to one thing, but your camera is giving 50% to 500 different things. The same applies to your mind. This step is all about deciding your ultimate focus, determining what you want to give your 100% to, deciding which part of the frame you want to be clear and allowing everything else to be a bit more blurred. It's the elimination stage, deciding what distractions you can eliminate in your life. This is a critical step in the process because up until this point, you've come up with goals and ideas, but you haven't come up with a way to eliminate distractions. Distractions are inevitable, especially in today's world. With technology, interconnectivity, phone dependence, all of these things. So removing some distractions is a must. Follow some or all of these steps. Step 1. Schedule it out. If you don't already follow a planner or calendar, that's the first thing you should do. In that planner, schedule out your distractions. Yep, you heard that right. Allot some time for your distractions. I know you're going to have them. You know you're going to have them. Whether it's your phone, or your friends, or your dog, that's acceptable. You're a human. Distractions happen. What isn't okay is allowing distractions to take over your life. They have the propensity to do that if you don't allocate time for them. So just make sure to schedule out some time for your distractions. Suppose you have a favourite show that airs every Monday night at 7. Put that in your planner and hold yourself to it. That way, when you're trying to wrap up an assignment and it's 6, you won't be tempted to work with the TV in the background because you know you have some R&R time coming up. Step 2. Schedule time for others. Depending on the nature of your job, you may often find yourself being interrupted by others. Whether you have an office or you work remote, human distractions are everywhere. Just like you should schedule time for personal distractions, schedule some time for human distractions. You may opt for office hours when you allocate 3 to 4 hours to answering questions for co-workers, family members or peers. Or you may set aside a particular time every day to respond to emails and phone calls. Try to think about what distracts you the most. Go from there and use that as a baseline to decide how you want to schedule your time accordingly. Step 3. Define and defy the culprit. We're often inclined to open different things while we're working on something. You may think to yourself, I won't respond to any emails, but I just need to check really quick. The problem with that is you're bringing up a self-induced distraction. As soon as you open that inbox or check your phone, you're welcoming a distraction into the mix. And even if you're good about sticking to your word, that distraction takes up a little piece of your mind. Soon enough, you're sharing your mind with all kinds of distractions flying in and out of it, and you're not giving 100% to your current task at hand. Take some time to think about those distractions. What are they? How often do they happen? Then, work towards defying them. Every time you reach for your phone, remind yourself that it won't bring any good to the situation. Tell yourself you can check your phone in 15 minutes when you're done with your work. Whatever it is that works for you, make sure you're firm about it. Step 4. Stop multitasking. We're so used to the glamour of being a multitasker. It feels like such a huge accomplishment, but in reality, there's a time and place for multitasking. If you multitask 24/7, how are you focusing your energy on other important assignments and projects? Chances are you're only focusing on a portion of your efforts towards essential tasks. Your 100% becomes broken into smaller percentages, like 10% towards exercise, 10% towards family time, and so on. Use your schedule and force yourself to stop multitasking. It may seem counterintuitive, but it will boost your workflow immensely. Step 5. Target your habits. Habits can either be very good or very bad. If they're good, You're in the routine of doing things that are healthy and productive for yourself. That means working out regularly, communicating well, eating healthy food, planning your life efficiently. On the flip side, bad habits can be the death of your success. You may not realise it while you're doing it, but bad habits are contagious. If you allow yourself to practice bad habits, you allow distractions and bad things to get in the way of your goals, your success, and ultimately your happiness. Think about some of your habits, both good and bad. Don't limit this thought process to work-related practices. Think about your personal life too. While you're pondering these habits, you may want to make a list of the ones you'd like to keep and the ones you'd like to get rid of immediately from your life. It won't happen all at once. It takes time to break bad habits and introduce new habits. But once you're in the mindset of improving yourself, you'll be more on track to creating an unbreakable focus for yourself. Step 6. Work on your attitude. Distractions may always be there, but it begins and ends with you. You're approaching life a certain way, and it's up to you how you want to go. Do you want to achieve big things? Do you want to establish yourself as an expert in your industry? Do you want to have a big loving family? Do you want to run a marathon? All of these things take focus. You heard that right. All of these things. There's no way to dream big without being focused on your dreams. Start with your attitude. Find a way to get yourself pumped up to take on these challenges. Be in tune with your attitude and your energy levels first thing in the morning and right before bed. Now, let's take some time to further investigate how to eliminate distractions from your life. Please proceed to exercise 3.